game and 3 overtimes, and you have 31 turnovers. I mean, you know, LA's length and quickness, you know, it bothered us. But the things that we've been working on all week, half-court defensively, and rebounding the ball, and, you know, we've been on the free throw line a lot this week. They all have been coming back to pay off today. Had a lot of heart. I mean, to win a game like that with, you know, I'm looking out there at all those young players, I'm going, holy smokes. But, you know, you got to get tested somewhere, and they survived the test. And you learn some valuable lessons while you're doing it. I'd rather much learn those lessons and get a win at the end than, you know, say it was a great learning lesson and have a loss. So it was really ugly for a while, but it was really good in many ways too.
Mike, is this a game that can help your young players kind of grow up real quickly, and especially the bench, the contribution?
Yeah, I think it will. You know, partly because game situations where you have scoring time and fouls to give situations and inbounding against pressure and all those things, you have something to, you know, teach off of, both on film and on the court. You know, the things that you've preached at them for a while that sometimes they maybe don't really believe all come out in a game like this. You know, all those things. I mean, we had turnovers because we just didn't throw the ball hard enough sometimes, or we stared at where we were going to throw. So those things, you know, we can learn from. You know, I give credit to, you know, somebody like Mo who's coming off the bench, and she gave us a huge lift in the first half. You know, players like that, you know, they're going to have kind of different roles from game to game right now. I'm going to play players based on matchups. I'm going to play them based on how they're playing, and I've told them that. So, you know, that part of the learning part is big too, because they can learn that, hey, you know, tonight it's her night. Tonight, you know, I mean, Bria Hartley comes in the game and gets, you know, 20. Dolson gets a double-double. You know, and they've been struggling, you know, for a couple of games before that. So I'm happy for those guys.
Ivory missed an 11-14 before that three-pointer. Was there anyone else who wanted the ball in her hands in that time?
I mean, she has good short-term memory when it comes to things like that. I mean, if you know you've shot it that many times in your life, you should feel like, you know, every time you shoot it, the next one's going in. You know, some players get afraid of the moment. She's not afraid.
Coach,
Yeah.
Stephanie, Jelena, and Bria, 36 of 59 points after the first half. Can you talk a little bit about each one individually and how they played?
Well, you know, each one of them made, I think, really good, obviously, offensive contributions. They also, all of them contributed to giving it back to LA too. So, you know, I thought Bria's ability to penetrate when, you know, they're into LA's into overplaying all passing lanes. It allowed us to get a penetration with a bigger guard than Ivory, who could get to the rim. You know, Ivory, you know, that's a lot of big bodies in traffic, so it gave us a different thing. Stephanie, I thought, other than that one little stretch, I don't know if it was the end of regulation or the overtime, first overtime, where, you know, Gumake came up with a couple loose balls, but other than that, I thought she did a good job on the boards of keeping them from getting second shots. This is a very, very hard team to rebound against, and you know, I thought we did a really good job. And then Jelena just is kind of steady Eddie out there. I mean, she just makes plays. She's so smart. The layup she made going to her left through the lane was a big play. You know, she wished she could have a couple of her passes back, but she's another one of those players that's just unafraid of the moment. You know, it doesn't faze her. She could be playing in front of 2 people or, you know, 20,000. Doesn't matter to her. So.
All right, Mrs. Loftus.
All right.